You will hear a conversation between the organiser of a short film competition and a man who is interested in taking part in this event. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 5. Now we shall begin. You should answer the questions as you listen, because you will not hear the recording a second time. Listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 5.
Oh, hello. Is this the right number to call for the short film competition?
Yes, how can I help?
I know the competition's been running for 10 years, but I've never taken part before. I want to be clear on the rules. Is 20 minutes the maximum length of the film?
That's correct. So, shall I run through some of the other rules for entry?
That'd be great. I'll make some notes.
All right, so the deadline for getting the whole film made and sending it in to us is on Wednesday, May the 15th.
Oh, really? I thought the submission date was sometime at the end of June, the 30th.
That's when the judges announce the winners.
Right. I guess I don't have as much time to make this film as I thought.
Now, just so it's clear, one of the rules is about the team of people you have working with you. Will you be doing most of the filming yourself?
Probably, yes.
OK, but perhaps you'll be needing some technical support with editing and the audio?
I imagine so.
That's fine, but you can't employ any professional actors, I'm afraid. They all need to be new to acting, having a go for the first time.
I see. Not a problem. Now, I know that one of the rules is about the things you need to include in your film.
That's right. Last year, all films had to include a scene with a broken pair of glasses.
What about this year?
Well, it's been decided that one of your main characters has to be a child. Or if you prefer, it could be an animal instead, but we have to see them in a number of scenes, OK?
All right, I'll have a think about that. I'm not sure which one would be easier to work with.
It can certainly be a challenge, but that's what the competition is all about. Now, it's not just our rules you need to think about. You might also need to get permission, say, for example, if you decided you wanted to add some music to the film.
That sounds complicated. I suppose I could use a local band, people I know that would help out. I wouldn't need permission in that case.
Good idea. Then you don't need to worry about the legal side of things.
All right, that's clearer. Actually, is that right that the film doesn't need to be in English?
Yes, because if a film wins the competition in this country, it could end up being part of an international competition. But if you're going to use another language, you've got to provide subtitles, and those do have to be in English and 100% accurate. If they're not, your film won't be accepted in the competition.
Seems fair.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 6 to 10. Now listen and answer questions 6 to 10.
I don't suppose you could give me any advice about making the film, I mean.
Of course. In my opinion, it's the script that you should concentrate on. That comes first. Work out what everyone's going to say and go from there.
OK, thanks for that. And I read somewhere that you shouldn't have too many characters or locations.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I also read that with short films, the judges have their preferences. I mean, they seem to like films with a serious message, like a documentary. I guess I shouldn't do a comedy because not everyone laughs at the same thing.
Yes, stay away from that kind of film. A story with a clear beginning, middle, and end. That's what the judges look for.
I was thinking I could look at some of the films from last year's competition, you know, to give me a better idea of what to do.
Yes, you could certainly do that. If you go to our website, have a look at last year's winner. His name was Greg Hislop.
How do you spell that last name?
Sure, it's Hyslop. His film was actually one of the shorter ones, but the judges really liked it.
Actually, I'm wondering if I've seen that one already. Isn't it about an artist, someone who no one appreciates, but then she ends up selling lots of her paintings?
That's right. If you want to have another look, the film is called Imagine. It really holds your attention.
Thanks. I'll have another look after this call.
So, you know what the prizes are? It's $500 for third place, up to $2,000 for the overall winner. And, of course, the winning films are shown in a theatre so the public can see them too.
That would be an amazing thing to happen. So that would be the Bridge Theatre, would it, in the city centre?
Yes, that's my favourite theatre, actually. Lovely view of the river. So, do you have any more questions that you want to run by?